It's almost a bit of Jekyll and Hyde in the Tory party right now. You just don't know what to expect. Like, for example, Hammond's speech, the new Chancellor of the Exchequer, was very interesting. It was very centrist in terms of business. It was very moderate sounding, but yet then you have this hard lurch to the right on the topic of immigration,
Yeah.
and you just don't know how these two are going to be compatible because they know they cannot be in the single market without free movement. And it's almost as if they've tossed a coin and said, okay, we're going for immigration and free movement because that's the populist choice right now.
Yeah, and the other thing I want to raise is that what also came out of this Tory conference was this, you know, cracking down supposedly on immigration by not having overseas students or having fewer overseas students in a quotes. I think it will be going to quality universities. That's going to be the policy. So it'll be Russell Group university will be all right. I mean, they can have foreign students supposedly,
but the universities need foreign students to survive.
Well, they do, and of course they do, and a vast majority go back home anyway after the studies. A vast majority, and what the effect of that is going to be is that a lot of universities will find their finances, such as yours, Darrow, will find their finances severely stretched because they survived to a large extent.
Yeah, absolutely. But it also, again, it leads me back to that cultural point, is how they feel about being here. And it's like the EU nationals who are working here, in my sector, and obviously we're talking about, your family, Dennis. It's like there's a sense in which that actually now you are being targeted as someone who is here, and you have to justify that status of being here. And I think that, again, just going back to Hammond, what you just mentioned there, one of the issues I think that will come back to bite this right-wing populism is in 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years time, if these businesses start to leave, and I'm not, I haven't got, the City of London I can kind of take or leave with the bonuses and all that kind of stuff. But when you're talking about big international companies that employ an awful lot of people, and they start relocating, all these people are saying who have voted Brexit on the back of, oh, well, we wanted jobs. You know what I mean? It's going to be the reverse effect is going to take place. And, who are they going to blame then? Is it again still the fault of foreigners?
And also, it was very instructive that Hammond decided to ditch Osborne's fiscal targets. So why the hell do we go through austerity? I mean, it's very strange.
It shows it's an ideological project from the start. That they could have. Again, there seems to be this move from May of a more Keynesian approach, which is borrow while the percentage rates are low, invest in infrastructure, and then you can deal with hopefully growth will come, and you can deal with the deficit in that way. Instead of this, we've got to cut everything to the bone, which Osborne. But those cuts have been in effect for the last 5 or 6 years, and they're causing absolutely massive hardship. And you look at county councils; they're all moaning about, rightly complaining about the fact that there is no money.
And Nissan have already said they want money, basically, not to leave near Sunderland. That's a lot of people's jobs depend on that.
Yeah, this whole Brexit thing now. She said she was going to trigger Article 50 by the end of March, which to me sounds absolutely insane. I'm hoping this court case will stop her in her tracks. But what are we going to do? There's no plan. There's absolutely nothing. They're willing to, sacrifice economic access to stop free movement. I mean, that's just totally insane.